Okay everybody, so this is going to be a sort of introduction part 0 video to a series that I'm going to start running on a weekly basis here on the channel, looking back at my play, analyzing my play in Pokemon Duel on a weekly basis with the attempt to try and better myself by looking at what are my figures that are overperforming, underperforming, what plates do I need to change, why am I winning, why am I losing matches, am I losing matches, am I getting too aggressive, not aggressive enough? What can I do and change to try and get better? I'm going to do this by taking footage of different games that I play here and there, by taking notes on my matches, by really looking at about a week's worth of play and seeing what I can do to try and better myself. And some of you may ask why I'm doing this. Well, for me personally, it's because I obtained 3K. After obtaining 3K, I felt that I didn't really have a numerical goal to strive for anymore. That for many people, myself included, there was a big goal, a big drive to get to 3K, and now that I have gotten there, now that I have reached that goal, I didn't want my motivation to fall. I didn't want myself to sort of get lax and stop pushing myself to go farther, because for me personally, the difference in skill between players after 3K is a lot less of a gap between players below 3K. That most players, once you've gotten past 3K, have over a 60% win rate anyway. And so really the difference between players after 3K is a lot more difficult to see just by their rank alone. And so I didn't want that rank number to become a driving force anymore for me. I wanted the motivation for me to start to become the facts, the real numbers of my gameplay, what my actual wins and losses are, and why. And so for that reason, I am trying to use this series as a way to look back at my last week of games and sort of analyze what happened, why I won, why I lost, and what I can do to try and get better in the next week. So, starting with next week on the new rotation for the monthly ladder, and right now I'm recording this on October 30th, I'm going to record my games, look back at some of my games from the last week, and try to get better. And I want some of you guys to maybe go on this journey with me, that maybe you guys don't want to analyze your games in the same way, in the same sort of probably far too much extent that I am, but look back and see some of what I'm doing and try and take some notes from this, take some of the methods that I'm using, some of the tips that I'm giving myself, and apply it to your own game, and take some of the methodology here and maybe use it to look at yourself and see how you can get better as well. So I want to take this as an opportunity, not just for me to get better, but for the community as a whole to try and better their gameplay. So with that being said, what is actually going to happen in the series? How is this going to work? Well, I'm going to take some footage like this from my games throughout the week, and over the course of the week we're going to look at my games and we're going to analyze them and figure out how I did, what happened in those games, why I won, what I lost, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, and what I need to improve on. And it's all going to be done in one big video, one big wrap-up video at the end of each week. So at the end of each week there will be a video that'll come out that'll talk about the previous week's worth of games, and we'll do that for 4 weeks leading up to the final video, which will be sort of where I placed at the end of that month's ladder, how I did, what my growth was across that month, and we're going to then do it the next month. We're going to look at my change, look at the growth, try and see how we can improve, and see if we can place a little bit higher in the next month, and a little bit higher, and a little bit higher, and push ourselves farther and farther each month. So with that explanation out of the way, I hope you guys subscribe to the channel to get updates on this series in the future and see any other content that I put out. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.